Morning, everybody. Happy Monday. First, my disclaimer: in no way, shape, or form am I sponsored, endorsed, or ambassador by any of the products or the companies in which I speak about. I solely speak about them out of the goodness of my heart. I share them with you, my YouTube community, who I also consider my faraway friends. In no way am I affiliated with any content creator, vlogger, or blogger of any kind. Go check out the video. Have a tea, have a coffee, sit, enjoy. Let's hang out. Leave your comments in the comment section. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Happy Monday. I'm just standing here waiting for tea. Hope everybody had a good weekend. You know, I take time off for myself. Got things to do here. Did some cleaning yesterday, which was Sunday. Always on my reset, my Sunday reset, as people tend to call it. So I didn't make that up. I call it Sunday reset, but I had originally got that word from somebody else. I think it's very cool, to be honest. Sunday reset, and I try to do what I can. I do have a load of clothes on my couch that needs to be folded. I just took them out of the dryer and dumped them. This is how good of a day that I was not having yesterday. I haven't been feeling well for the past 3 or 4 days again. I mean, I go through cycles of this, and then I could be like a 3 or 4 weeks straight, like a whole month straight of feeling absolutely fabulous. And I think with my videos, you guys have seen that. So, yeah, being real. So today is not a good day. It has been raining on and off for the past 48 hours. Today it's going to rain most of the day. Tomorrow it's going to rain most of the day, and basically until the weekend. It has been a little bit chilly here, but I refuse to put the heat on anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm going like in 2 weeks or a week and a half. It's going to be in the middle of April, for God's sakes. I mean, we're in spring, for God's sakes. I'm not putting the heat on. I'd rather just put on extra clothing, you know. But my husband feels a different way. You know, I'm cold. I get that, you know. But I just refuse to put it on. You know, the bills, I want the gas bill to come down a little bit, you know, when everybody settles, because we do pay for our own gas here, our own electric and everything. So, but I maintain different things. I maintain things in a different way, I guess, than everybody else. Somebody else would say, oh my God, I'm cold, I got to put the heat on. But you know what? You get your gas bill and poof, there are the numbers. So I'm done with winter. That's it. I'm basically done with the comedy of winter. Although we really didn't have that much bad of a winter, I will say this. It's what it did snow 2 or 3 times, and it really wasn't a miraculous. When you put your foot in it going outside, it's up to your kneecaps. No, that wasn't that kind of a snow. So we've been pretty lucky on that, you know. What else? I have been getting numerous emails, text messages. Hey, have you seen this? Hey, have you seen this? Yeah, I do. But I don't speak about these things a lot. I'm trying to set things aside, like as far as the Disney situation is concerned, because those people are an absolute joke. You know it by now. If you don't know it, you're living in a pretend world, literally, okay? We know the fantasy world shit, but you guys are like off the rails, and there's nothing that I could say or do to, you know, like persuade you into taking into consideration that this company really is shit and they really are not doing good, okay? But you guys think for yourselves, do whatever you need. I tend to step away from things. People have been asking me, have you been watching the Universal? Oh my God, Maureen, they opening up the Universal to, you know, the press. Okay, content creators are getting invited to the press. Now, my definition of press, my definition of media, in my world, media would be newscasters, you know, news stations, higher end programming. What would I say? I can't even name a show, but I'm talking about major TV shows, major newscasters, major news stations. That would, to me, be considered media. You know who they got over there? Content creators. Content creators that have YouTube channels. I guess this means, and I'm just going to put this out there, and even, you know what, even for Universal people as well, although I have been seeing more commercials up here in New York City, more professional commercials about Epic Universe, and I think that is wonderful. Then I see the cheesy ass commercials of Disney, and I go, what? I can't even. But the Universal ones are a little bit more flashy. They're a little bit more presentable. They're a little bit more professional. But it's not so professional, I don't think. In my opinion, it's not so professional when you have a content creator and they're walking around with a content creator pass around their neck. What the hell is that? What is that? I mean, I understand for the companies, basically, let's call it what it is. It's free advertising. Free advertising. Okay, so these people that are thinking that, you know, and then they have an entitlement. That gives them an entitlement. They were there. I think still certain things are not to be filmed. I have no idea because I did not see any of the videos. I am after and trying to watch one of the people who only deal with Universal, and I think this is so weird that they have not went to any event. They did not post any videos of the new Helios Resort. They have not posted any of videos that they were invited to the Universal Media event. Okay, media, yeah, okay. You could throw words around, but to me, it means shit. It really does. But I've been after these content creators. I want to see their content. I want to see firsthand of what they say about it because they only deal with Universal. Okay. And I would like to give a shout out to them. They don't know me. I've only discovered them while searching through other videos for Universal a few weeks ago. And they are called Fudge Factor. And I love the name. I love the title because they don't have anything about Universal enthusiasts or anything in their title. I like that. It's a simple title. It is, if you looked at their name, Fudge Factor, Fudge Factor, you wouldn't think anything about them going to theme parks. But that's the impression that I got until I clicked into one of their videos one day. And then I read their description under their name of what they are about. So to me, that is a little bit more exciting. So I'm trying to gravitate toward them and to give them a look-see. I want to eyeball them. So I've been watching a few of their videos. They did the Selenova. They did the Terra Luna. They have not done anything as far as the Helios or Epic Universe. I cannot wait to personally watch anything of their content, of if they have anything to share about that. So, but no. Have I watched any Disney content creators? Hell no. I won't do it. I won't do it. The situation with certain content creators of a gentleman, I did see that, you know, when I scroll, he comes up, everything for Universal comes up, and I'm scrolling. And I do see Disney content creators that were already over there. And as much as I like a certain amount of those content creators, I still refuse to watch. I don't, because I don't want to hear, hey, this is exciting. Oh, wow, check this out. Oh, isn't this? I don't want to hear that shit. I want full on, you know what? This is Epic Universe. This is fucking amazing. Look at this park. I mean, this is this and this is that. I want to hear it from not a Mickey aspect. Oh boy, I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, this is exciting. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear regular, true words. Okay, because everybody says the words. This is exciting. This is epic. That's a new thing that comes out. I know that. It hasn't been a new thing, but even I had said that sometimes in a few of my posts. This Epic Universe is really going to live up to its name. It's going to be epic. From what I heard about it with articles. Now, the articles that are being written have nothing to do with content creators. These are actual news articles from News Press. And they are actually impressed with this as well, you know. So it is a nice thing. It is a breath of fresh air, which is what I consider it. It is a different aspect, totally. Now, there was another content creator that I'm not subscribed to him. I used to be subscribed to him, but a lot of times, I told you, when I see things that I don't want to see anymore, I move on. So I unsubscribed to quite a few. I told you that, for the past, 2 years? So with that, he came up on my scrolling. yesterday, just yesterday. And I managed to watch 5 minutes of it because I was in the middle of deep cleaning my bathroom and I had to wait for things to dry and everything. And I did my floor and I did my steamer thing, steamed my grout, yada, yada, yada. So while I was waiting for that, I took a 5-minute break. And they always tell you when you're doing things and when you're, cleaning and everything, try not to sit down because you'll never want to get up. And sure enough, I really didn't want to get up because, again, like I said, I'm not feeling well. But I pushed myself to get up. Furthermore, I think it was the video that actually made me turn the whole entire damn TV set off and get up and say, you know what, I got things to do. So while watching this content creator, he has been trespassed from Universal for the past, 9 or 10 years. It's probably even more by now, but it's been a little bit more. So, he did a whole, I think 30 or 40-minute spiel on, I have never talked about this before, but I think it's time that I talk about it. Yeah, you know why? Because you didn't have nothing else to talk about, so you just decided to talk about the topic at hand, which is you got kicked out of Universal for filming things that you really weren't supposed to be filming. Okay. Now, with me, it wouldn't be me not to add my 2 cents into the conversation, so I made a comment about that. I said, listen, dude, and I put dude, not for nothing. Those are my exact words, dude, not for nothing. But, when somebody is told that they should not be in a certain area, not to be in a certain place, and you insisted, you still did it anyway, and then you sit and wonder why you got trespassed and showing the paper and everything. I mean, in my words, and for me, it doesn't mean absolute shit. You got kicked out, okay? You did something you weren't supposed to do. You need to deal with it, move on. He was also kicked out many years ago of Disney. But then for some reason, they kind of reinstated him back in. Adorable. But that shows you Disney's mentality over the Universal aspect right there. And I love that. But, everybody told him in their comments, why don't you contact the company? Why don't you call them? Why don't you ask them? I mean, you know what? Instead of doing a 30 or 40-minute video on the effects of, I got kicked out. We know damn well you did that for the content. Let's be honest. And why don't you just wind up picking up the phone? You had, I think, 10 to 13 years to do so. After the 10-year mark, I know I would have, hey guys, I have my trespass notice. Just would like to know an update, if I can update, or what would be consideration, possibility of letting me back into your establishment. But instead of making a 30 or 40-minute video to get people to click on your video, which I only did for 5 minutes, and I got bored with it real quick. And with that, you have what you have. So he's not allowed. By the way, he shot this the day of the epic Universal opening of the media event for content creators. Yes. I think it is hysterical. I really do. I mean, boo-hoo-hoo. You went into a place. You filmed the place. You have it on film. The place was closed down by then. If you guys know, you know. I'm not mentioning anything. You were in areas you were not supposed to be in. You were in a building that you were not supposed to be in. But yet you filmed it and you posted a video of it. So what the hell do you expect? Okay? It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. You do something bad, you're going to get caught for it. That's it. You got it. But yet, it was easier for them to find you. Then he states of how they apprehended him. Okay. I mean, apprehend is not being arrested or anything, but how the park apprehended him. He was in the park one day and he was filming an event. And here comes security. And he thinks in his mind, his version of it was, I don't know why they did that, and I don't know why they did this, and, they just, hey, listen, we all know why. We've seen the videos, okay? Wise up. Wise up, people. So I had wrote my 2 cents on that, and a few people liked on my comment on his page. And then he did answer. He answered me, which never happens. Never happens. He answered me, and, it's about 13 years ago. And everybody was wondering, the word indefinite, okay? If you didn't know what indefinite means, okay? It basically means forever. So it means forever or until the situation, and sometimes the situation can be overturned. So the ruling could be overturned, but basically indefinite means forever, okay? Or until they damn well say something. All you got to do, guys, contact them. I don't know why you didn't. But you'd rather, again, I'm going to state this, but you'd rather make a video about your situation. Huh? Ah, the foolishness with people, I swear. And this is why I don't tolerate. I cannot tolerate this. I am just in that mood where I walk away from everything. I can't help it. I can't help it. I cannot do it. So I'm on to other things. So I had wrote a comment. As a matter of fact, I guess me, I'm, while I've sat here and stuff, I did scroll through things, but I wrote a comment to the channel of Fudge Factor, and I'm saying hello from New York City, and they were asking which resort would you rather stay at, like the Stella Nova or the Terra Luna. But I had mentioned, I wrote a beautiful comment. I hope they get to see it, and explaining my situation that I was a Disney, we were Disney people, my husband and I, for, a number of years, and we've never looked anywhere since. You guys know the story, but I put that on a comment. So hopefully maybe they'll see it, So I'm very interested in learning the aspects of the Universal side. Hey, Disney, you know what? Maybe I should be thanking you because you pushed me to do this. And the more and more that you push, the more and more I'm going to walk away. And I guarantee you that people will not come out and say they'll walk away. Either that they'll talk about walking away. Maybe they just like to hear themselves. But my force is your force of Disney is pushing me away and gravitating me toward a whole other company. Now, what does that tell you, Disney? And yeah, I'm looking at you when I'm talking to you. And I hope somebody sees this video and says that. And maybe we'll show Disney. Because maybe I should be thanking you, okay? Wasting my time, wasting my money. And I could have been doing other things. But you know what? That may change. That may change. Now, who I have to really convince on this, or maybe to just not even, I don't push anybody, would be my husband, okay? He's seeing things of the Disneys. He is seeing things. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And, an individual has their own right to their own views and their own opinions. And, it's what they want to do. And that's fine. I respect that. And I give him my views and my points and my reasons, So that's where I am now. But I'm keeping my eyes open because I do want to learn about the universal side. I keep calling it universal side. So, but I don't have any personal friends. Here's the thing. All my friends on my side, they don't know nothing about Universal. They only do Disney. So those people are now useless to me. Okay? Except saying a hi and bye. Oh, Maureen, you got to see what happened. Oh my God, I was at the park the other day. You know what? With all due respect, I don't give a shit. Because I see what's happening at the park. So what you're telling me, I don't even want to know. I want to know the business side. The stocks are down. They are in the 80s now. But I love every friggin' minute of this. I'm telling you this. This is a place that is pushing me to do this. You know what? And maybe they're opening my eyes to other things. Maybe that's a good thing. So I will learn as I go along. Let me get my tea because I'm dying for a cup of tea over here. I was going to go out later. Unfortunately, like I said, it is raining. Do I really want to go out? No. But the store Lidl is having quite a few sales. And these are sales on things that I can use and things that are on sale that are just not on sale at my other Stop and Shop supermarket. So, and even though the Lidl is connected through the mall, I can always go through the mall and go into the, go out the one entrance and go into the other entrance of Lidl supermarket. So that's very convenient for me. And it's closer to me than Stop and Shop really is. So anyway, yeah. But all in all, the things that are happening, the foolishness, the excuses, unbelievable. Who is into horror slasher movies? Because I love them. There is 2 movies that I'm after, and they will not be released yet. Yesterday and today, and I am very pissed off that the time frame for me, because I would have ran to this. It's playing at my movie. It's been playing at my movie theater since yesterday in the mall. There's only 2 showings of this movie. Yesterday, one time, and today, one time. So last night was at 7:20 at night, but I don't go out of my house at nighttime, and my husband's home by that time. We're in bed watching TV. And the thing is, it's playing today at about 4:30. And again, I am home here at 4:30 because my husband already left for work and he will be traveling home by that time. So I need to prepare dinner and everything. So these two showings are out for me. But these slasher movies are right up my alley because I watch these movies. And they're such a cheesy ass thriller, gory slasher movie. But it entails a certain character, and that certain character for me right now, because he is up for free domain, ladies and gentlemen. We've known this now for the past, 2 years, which would be Steamboat Willie. And I love every minute of this because 2 movie companies. One movie company is still connected to the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey series, which I own both movies, part 1 and part 2 of that. Cheesy as hell, but I love it. Those directors and producers have come out with another series of movies. And it's not a major motion picture. It's not even up there as far as Friday the 13th. It is not even up there as Halloween. It is not even in that category. But it should be, okay? But sometimes the storyline is cheesy, your usual sexual scenes in there, which to me really have nothing to do with the movie, but they just feel like throwing in a couple anyway. Character comes out and starts slashing you, bang, you're dead. Okay, next one up. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those, but I love every minute of it. Do I love it because of the fact that they're using a certain character? Yeah. Oh, there goes my refrigerator. Good morning. Do I love it because to me it takes no pun intended, takes a stab toward a certain situation for me? Yeah, it does. So I'm loving it. And one of the movies happened to have been shot in my area. I was like, oh my God, it's my area. The movie is called Screamboat. And I guess AKA for Steamboat Willie. And it is the story of a ferry and this mouse. There is an old tale. This mouse has been there and he kills people. I love it. Love it. One of the people who happened to be in it, I was like, holy smokes. Okay, fine. Because they all mostly come from my area anyway. And he happens to be one of the Impractical Jokers. I was like, oh my God, he's in this movie. Okay, that's the second reason to see it. Like, again, these are not major movie stars. There is not an Academy Award. There will not even be a Golden Globe Award for it, okay? It's lucky they even get recognized at all. But the fun of it is, for me, I love it. So, unfortunately, 2 showings. I had 2 shots to do it, and I'm going to miss both shots. So today would be, I think, at 4:20, and that's fine. But I will keep an eye open because I will be looking for the DVD. Now, I have, like I said, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Part 1 and Part 2. I busted my ass to get these movies. There was another movie out last year called Mousetrap. I got that movie. I obtained that movie. So I just love these movies. I really do. This production company who does these movies, they also did a Peter Pan movie. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. Saw the trailer. Yes, I like it. The thing with Tinkerbell though, that's okay. Listen, what are you gonna do? It's a slasher movie. There is also another movie that was shown in a theater, not my theater for this one, but it was only shown one day, which would be I Heart Willie. I Heart Willie, like I Love Mickey, it would be I Heart Willie. And again, it is a Steamboat Willie movie. People have been picking on Steamboat Willie because they can. Remember, folks, free domain. Loose ball on the court, they're after it. And I think it is great. I like movies like this. I really do. And you know what? If you're sticking it to a certain company, I love that even better. Okay? The movies are quirky, cheesy, like I said, but there's going to be some fun in it for me. So I really loved my Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. I know I mentioned it now, 4 times? But I did. Again, I think part 2 is a little bit better than part 1, but part 1 gives you the story of how Winnie the Pooh became what he is now. And, Winnie the Pooh was pissed, so, and especially with Christopher Robin. That's a doozy. Christopher Robin was, that poor kid was in therapy, tried to make something good of his life. But you know what? You leave your favorite characters that you talk to in a forest, and you go on with your life, they're going to be a little pissed off with you. Pooh didn't forget, Pooh didn't forget. It was kind of like a sadness thing there for a minute, but I got emotional during that. I really did. Anyhow, yeah, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Let me have my tea. Did I pour this thing? Yes, I did. It would be nice if I added the milk to it, really. I'm never going to have this tea. And Lidl has a sale. Not really a sale, but their milk. I buy the gallon size milk. And Lidl has the milk for less expensive. I think they want $4.39. My Stop and Shop, I pay close to $6. Oh, hey there. You got to compare your prices. You got to shop around. And that's what I like to do. So I'm probably going to hightail it over there. I'm not going to go as early as I usually go because I really don't need to. I don't need to. New lottery scratch-off tickets are out. And I played a few of them. Either I got to break those suckers in, but I really don't have the stamina to do that either. So I played a few tickets, did not win. I played the $2 card game ticket, which is it's not easy to win on that either. I wound up winning back my $2. I said, you know what, I might as well just quit while I'm ahead. Just take my $2 and go, which I did. So I'm not even crazy about the new tickets. There's a $2 ticket, there's a $5 ticket, and a $30 one. I don't do the $30 ones except for maybe like on the holidays. So anyway, let me get going. I think I've spoken enough. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like I said, I'm waiting for good people that only deal with Universal on YouTube because I don't want to see any Disney content creators. I just don't like the fakeness. I don't like the fakeness. I don't like the dress up. I don't like the entitlement that they think that they have. Okay? That needs to stop in that state. It really does. Like what, nothing. I'm just going to say is when I pull out my camera, let's say in Primark, and I pull out my phone and I'm doing like a little video and you see what I do. I am very attentive to the people around me, my surroundings. I know it's harder in a theme park, but you know what? You're not being considered. There's a whole thing that I can go on, but you know what? People in the background do not want to be on your video. They don't care what you're doing. And if it interferes with their day, if you're in their way, that's a problem. Talking on rides, I noticed quite a few of them over the years were talking on rides. Stop talking. Sit on the ride and just go through the ride. We already know the fucking ride, okay? We don't need you to give us a play-by-play, all right? Just call in it like I see it, folks. All right, then. I will talk to you soon. Love to all. Take care. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.